Hi everybody, it's Susan with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell for you today, and today we're using two of my favorite purples of all time, and also a stamp set that has become a favorite of mine, Watercolor Wings. This stamp set is a two-part or sometimes three-part stamp set, depending on how many layers of butterflies you want to stamp. Today we're doing 2 layers butterflies. We're using 2 retiring colors, Wisteria, Wonder, and Elegant Eggplant, so I guess it's a big retirement day. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put this fun card together. And for those of you who stamped with me this week, this is how we did it. So, something you can keep in your archives or keep here in your favorites on YouTube. So let me go ahead and show you how I started. So I started with my card base of Wisteria Wonder. I have a piece of Whisper White I'm going to stamp on, and then that's going to become a tag. My Elegant Eggplant layer, I've already die cut this detailed butterfly out of there, and when we stamp, this is going to become a mount, so no one will know we've stolen that. I have a piece of Wisteria Wonder here that I've cut my solid butterfly out of. Okay, and this embellishment's going to go together as easily as 1, 2, 3. So I have my 2 dies, I have my glue dot I put between the 2 bodies of the dies, and just like that we have an embellishment. So, and if you want to, you can tweak up those wings a little bit. Give it a little 3D action going on. Okay, so that's ready. So let's do some stamping. So I'm going to start with the Wisteria Wonder, and I'm stamping the butterfly that's kind of got the different shading in it. And so I'm going to stamp this 6 times on the front. So I'm starting near the top. 1, 2, and I have active edge stamping, so I'm not worried if all the image gets on the card or not, or if it's kind of off a little bit. Kind of alternating my direction as well. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the edge of the wing stamp, and I'm going to use the Elegant Eggplant. And this is where the 2-step stamping comes in with this set. So I'm going to look through my clear stamp, I'm going to line up my image the best I can, and stamp it down just like that. So I'm just getting that edge on my butterfly. So work your way down the card. Sometimes it's good to practice this on some scrap paper to get the feel for how the stamps line up and position. Especially if you don't like it when they don't line up. Definitely practice a little bit. Okay, then I'm coming in and we have this itsy bitsy body of our butterfly. And I'm just going to stamp that in the Elegant Eggplant as well. So just these little details that can make all the difference in your imaging. Alright, so we've created a background. Now I'm also going to take the little polka dots that come with this set and make a little more background imaging. And I'm just stamping between my butterflies, kind of random, filling in some of that white space. Doesn't have to be completely filled in, but just kind of filling in some of that white space. Okay, so now we're just going to layer these 2 pieces together. So I flip this one over, put some snail on, and this one layers on here. I have a pretty tiny edge because I wanted more of that Wisteria Wonder to show from the base of the card, so I kept it pretty small. I'm going to put this one on with dimensionals just to give the card a little bit of lift. Sometimes it's fun to have that shadow effect just by having one layer lifted off the other. Kind of like a framing technique. Okay, so I'm just positioning this inside the frame of my card base. Now this stamp set has some tiny little greetings. You are so kind and just for you. And I'm going to stamp that on a little 1/2-inch piece of scrap. So this is why I don't get rid of my scrap, because I tend to use it. So I'm just going to stamp the just for you at the end of my scrap. It just fits. And then instead of using a ribbon, I'm just using this paper strip as a ribbon. So I just nail that on, and let's see, where do I want to position this one? So my little butterfly is going to go here. So if I put it down low, last time I went a little high. I think I'm going to stick with the kind of in the middle positioning. So I cut that the same width as my elegant eggplant, so it's just going to go right across. Okay, and then I'm going to add my butterfly embellishment here and just position this to the side. Okay, and then as you can see, I've stamped that same butterfly on my envelope, and voila, we're done. That is our card. So I hope you enjoyed this set one more time before it retires, and I hope if you haven't purchased it but you're thinking, oh, I think I want to get that, please, I'd love some visits to my online store. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I am in this to make sales, but I'm really more into it to share all of my projects with you, so I'm glad you're enjoying them. As always, all the details and measurements will be on next week's newsletter, my Show and Tell News, which comes out on Tuesday, and the link is below to subscribe, and then you'll see all the other great programs I've got going on as well for my customers and Stampin' Up! Followers. So until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the sunshine. Alright everybody, bye-bye.